Matsumoto Hitoshi's Horrifying Stories is a show where talents are invited to share their horror stories. Kinshi Katsura is the person who is telling the story. It's a story from a long time ago. My senpai and I were drinking at Kyoto's Gion area. A lady was working at the nightclub where we were drinking, and she invited us to stay the night at her place because it was very late. There was another woman as well, so it was the four of us, 2 women and us 2 men. That's how the 4 of us met. And then they also invited us to go to Osaka, so we went there and hung out with them. After that, the 4 of us hung out a couple of times. Then about a month later, the police came to me backstage and showed me a picture of that woman who invited us over to her house. The police asked me, "Do you know this woman?" And I said, "Yes." They kept on asking me if I knew her, and I said that I'd not been in touch for about a month. But before that, yes, we hung out a couple times. Then the police said, "This woman, she actually borrowed money from one of her customers at the club. And then she killed that customer when she realized she could not give back the money." The police also said, "You were staying at the house, right? When you were staying at her house that day, the dead body was actually behind the wardrobe." And everyone screams.
はい、行きました。ちょうどその時にね、押し入れの上に死体を隠してた。
Then another one of the comedians asked him, how did she murder him? She choked him to death. She also did it with the help of another waiter at the club. The female comedian asks him, so was it 2 women and 2 men? The 4 of you? So which of the women were you with? And then Kinshi whispers, murderer. The female comedian says, in a way, you were her last man. Matsumoto says, I think this just might be the scariest story ever told on this show. Kinshi says, but now that it's over, looking back, it's actually a nice memory. Another comedian throws Tsukomi. Which part?
ちょっとまあ過ぎてしまえばいい思い出ですね。
jshowclips.com